Hi, thanks for taking some time to review my website or Facebook profile or Vimeo, YouTube, wherever you might be seeing this. My name is Josh Bryant. I want to take some time for you to get to know me. I am an attorney and a pastor. My wife is Megan. We live in Northwest Arkansas with our three kids, Harrison, Rebecca, and Carter. And I have a bachelor's degree in history and political science from the Henderson State University. I also have a Juris Doctorate from the University of Arkansas School of Law, and upon graduating, I went into the practice of law as a solo practitioner. And I practiced many types of cases. I did primarily litigation. I spent a lot of time in the courtroom. I also helped set up businesses. I established parachurch ministries and nonprofit organizations. I not only established those, but I advised them as they operated to help them understand the legal ramifications of some of the decisions they were making. I helped them comply with necessary regulations and laws and handled whatever other legal needs they may have had. I also spent time writing wills and trusts and estate plans, practicing some appellate law, constitutional law, criminal defense, family law, you name it, I did it. And then I felt the call to vocational ministry, and so I began my studies at the Liberty Baptist University Theological Seminary, where I obtained a Master of Divinity in Pastoral Studies. I have been the adult discipleship pastor at First Baptist Rogers, where my primary responsibility was leading around 1,500 adults scattered throughout over 100 different groups of different sizes and different formats, and worked through about 250 leaders to try and get all 1,500 of those adults all working in the same direction towards fulfilling the same mission that we've all been given to make disciples of the nations. And I had the opportunity to work with an outstanding group of pastors and directors who were passionate about seeing God's kingdom grow, who were passionate about seeing His church grow, and about making disciples who will then go and make disciples who will make more disciples. And so I had the opportunity to see how good churches work. First Baptist Rogers is a wonderful church. I'm a little biased, but it's true. It's a great church. It's a growing church. I've seen everything from preaching to the ordinances, to leading small groups, to leading leaders and developing leaders, to making sure events go off as planned, and seen all those church operations, including working with administrators on facilities and human resources and tax issues and just other things that come up from on a day-to-day basis in terms of the administration and the operations of the church. And so I have a unique educational and a unique experience background that puts me in a position where I can offer a unique service, and that's where we're headed. I'm headed to a practice in which I'm going to be assisting churches primarily, but also Christian small business owners and families. And here's the deal. Everybody needs a lawyer. We're just to that day and age where everybody needs a lawyer that they can call and ask a question. If you have a friend that can do that for you, that's great. But especially for churches, you need somebody who both knows the law and knows the legal process, but also knows how churches work and can balance legal requirements and legal best practices with ministry needs and how churches operate. And so I'm in a unique position to do that, to help you get on a firm legal footing, to help you comply with necessary laws and regulations, but also learn some best practices that will not only facilitate your ministry, but also act as a legal shield to keep you from any legal harm. So churches need lawyers. Business owners need lawyers too. The United States Supreme Court over the last 2 or 3 years has made it a little bit easier for businesses to form themselves in such a fashion and to operate in such a fashion that the business reflects the values of the owner. But you have to do it right. You need to get it set up in advance. If you come back later and try to claim a religious exemption to a particular law that you don't agree with on moral or biblical grounds, you may have more difficulty than if you got it set up on a legal basis first. So I'm here to help Christian small businesses build and operate their businesses in a manner that's consistent with their faith and their values. But I'm also here to help families. Families need attorneys. Wouldn't it be great if you just had somebody that you could call if you had a quick legal question, or if you had a contract or a document that you wanted reviewed? You need to have a will. You need to have some sort of estate plan. You need to have end-of-life documents. You need to have powers of attorney in place. These are all necessary shields and hedges against some legal ramifications and legal problems that you could run into. As a pastor, I am passionate about healthy marriages. I'm passionate about healthy finances. And so I want to help you hedge against those two great risks to your legal well-being, divorce and bankruptcy. And so I want to help you do that. We can talk through some scenarios that make your marriage more secure, that make your finances more secure. And this is a service that I'm offering to families, to churches, and to small businesses. And so here's what I want to encourage you to do. Take some time and review my website. You'll see that it doesn't cost a fortune to have your own attorney. All right, whether you're a church, a small business, or an individual or family, it does not cost a fortune to have your own attorney. When it gets expensive is when you have to hire an attorney at the last minute because something has gone amok. When you need an attorney to fix a problem. If you can have an attorney stave off those problems, if you can get them involved early, then you don't necessarily need to pay a fortune. And so give me a call. Let me talk to you a little bit about how I can help your family, your small business, or your church. And if you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'm here to help you, and I'd love to do that. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.